Hey guys, I went to the dentist today and I'm here to tell you about it. There's a story behind this. And that's what we're talking about today because I had a bit of an epiphany and I wanted to share it. By the way, guys, it's good to see you. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. All right, so the story begins where, and by the way, this is my dentist photo from today. I actually posted this in Dr. Jen Superstars, my subscription group. And as you can see at the top, I don't know if you can see that, maybe the text is backwards, but it says, "Wish me luck." That's me in the dentist chair with the little, with the little smock thing on that they give you, like the little bib apron thing. That is me. Okay. So to understand the importance of today, let me go back to last month, December, okay? When I went to the dentist the first time. Now, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. You know I'm honest, and I'm a straight shooter, and I call it like I see it, and, I'm fair, right? I have not been to the dentist in about 2 years. You know what? It might be going on like 2.5 years. Am I proud of that? Absolutely not. Is that right? Absolutely not. Should I have been to the dentist? Yes. Why didn't I go to the dentist? Well, it's a great question. Hey, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's level set here. I wasn't always great about going every 6 months for routine cleanings, even before the pandemic. I really, really had to try to work to stay on top of that, and I didn't always get there every 6 months. Totally the truth. And then when the pandemic hit, I mean, honestly, the first 6 to 9 months of the pandemic, I literally was just trying to wrap my head around the reality we were living in, and I didn't see any of my doctors. I didn't go to the dentist, anything like that. And then in this, and then in this last year, so I actually made a goal starting in 2021. I was like, this is unacceptable. You have to get back to the dentist, and you need to go to the GYN for a pap smear, and you need to go get your eyes checked. I was just like, you have got to get your act together. By the way, doctors are not always the best patients, but I literally wrote down on a list. I keep multiple notebooks, but like this, where I write off, I write things and cross them off. So I literally had written down all these appointments I need to make, and honestly, I was doing good. For those of you who are in my special groups, you probably see me posting, "Hey, went to get my mammogram today, done. Went to the GYN, done. But this is what happened with my old dentist. It's a dentist that I have had since I was a medical resident. That the dentist's office is in South Jersey, where it was close to where I did my residency. And I would keep making appointments, and literally they would cancel the day before. I was like, what's going on? And I didn't pick up on this until after they canceled, honestly, 2 or 3 times. I stopped and I called them. I was like, actually, they called me to cancel. I was like, wait, you guys have canceled on me 3 times. What's going on? And this was last year during the pandemic. They're like, well, we're not able to keep people, there's a lot of turnover right now. And I was like, oh, but I was also kind of kicking myself because you know how long it takes to get an appointment, for a dental cleaning or something like that. Every time they canceled, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that they kept canceling. And then it would take me 3 months. I'd have to book for 3 months in advance for the next one. Long story short, 9 months went by during the pandemic last year. So I finally wised up because duh, I should have seen the writing on the wall, but whatever, I didn't. So then I was like, I gotta get this taken care of. And by then I'm kind of feeling shamed. By the end of last year, I am like, Jen, you have not been to the dentist in a very, very, very long time. And I was actually getting kind of scared. And by the way, a lot of you guys asked me about my teeth. I am very proud of my teeth. I have had braces twice. I brush twice a day. I floss once a day, sometimes twice if it gets a little crazy in there based on what I'm eating. I use, I don't know if some of you know the toothpaste I use, that's the whitening toothpaste. I don't even whiten my teeth. I just use this toothpaste over the counter. I don't know, maybe I'll hold that as a, if you watch till the end, I'll tell y'all. How about that? Watch to the end to find out the toothpaste I use that honestly works wonders. I don't pay to whiten my teeth or anything like that. Plus my teeth are super sensitive, and it hurts my gums. Anyway, so my teeth look good, right? But I was like, dang on, Jen, you ain't been to the dentist in almost 3 years. So I find a new dentist because I needed to change, okay? And I've not been afraid of going to the dentist. I've never had fears of going to the dentist. I just needed to get this shit done. You know what I mean? I just needed to get it done. I was procrastinating. Finally called my insurance company. You got to change the dentist with the insurance. They got to send you a new card, all that stuff, which I was totally dreading because insurance is so tough to deal with, though I'm grateful I have it, okay? Finally pick out a dentist, okay, call and make the appointment. They're like, we can see you 3 months from now. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, finally doing it. So in December, I go to the dentist. Dentist is it's not far from my house, right? And I was just kind of like, I don't know if I was excited. I was excited to cross this thing off the list. And those of you who know my toothpaste, don't be writing in the comments, because some of you know. All right, so I was kind of nervous, excited, whatever. And I get there, get my insurance card, check in. And then the person like who, and I don't know the names of everybody that works in the dental office, and there's like the hygienist that cleans. And then I know there's also a person that like, in this office, a person that took me back to do the x-rays. You go and you have to do those x-rays. They put that clunky thing in your mouth and you're like this, and it's so awkward. Gosh, that thing hurts your mouth. You don't know, like they do this and you're like, ah. So I did the x-rays with the guy, and then I sit down in the chair, and what happened was this. The dentist comes out, you know, pleasant. He was pleasant enough. It's fine, right? But the way he was with me, it was fine, but I just didn't have a good feeling about it, meaning he wasn't very warm. First of all, he found all these cavities in my mouth, and I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I have so many cavities. I'm so embarrassed. Now, that's not the problem, because, like, you know what? If there's a problem, you just got to deal with it. Blood pressure's high, got to deal with it. Blood sugar's high, got to deal with it. Whatever. So I'm like, you know what? This is what you get, buddy. Dr. Jen, this is what you get for not going to the dentist for 3 freaking years. What do you expect, buddy? What do you expect? So I have all these cavities, and he's like, you got some periodontal disease. I'm like, periodontal disease? What the fuck? And honestly, I'll be very honest with you. This actually was like, okay, that really hurt my heart, because I am like, am I old enough to have periodontal disease? Not to be an ageist, not to make an ageist comment, but this is like my little pea brain thinking. Like, I'm just thinking, how did this happen? Which is stupid, I know, but this is me in that moment being like dramatic and whatever, and being like, how did I get all these cavities? How do I have periodontal disease? How do the bone changes? Like, you see it on my x-rays, but and it's embarrassing too, because I'm a healthcare provider, and how did this happen? But in addition to that, right, which I was shocked, and I was like this. He was telling the person who was writing the notes, he was like, number 19, number 16, he's doing that thing, number 16, number 18, number 22, and I'm like, damn. He's like, number 36, number 89, you know, they number all the teeth. I don't know what dentists do. I'm not a dentist. They have their own thing. I couldn't be a dentist. I don't like teeth. I mean, I like teeth, but I can't deal with teeth, right? He's like, number 54, I'm like, how many cavities do I have? And he's mashing in that little pokey thing, and he's sticking in there, and and I'm like, oh my God. And then he's like, you got periodontal disease, you got to come back for a scraping. And I'm like, oh my God. So that was really, really stressful, just hearing that news, because I've never had like cavities like that before. I've had some cavities here and there, nothing like this. I have like 7 or 8 cavities. I'm just gonna tell y'all. I'm not even, like, I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. I know. One of you's like, oh, damn. Yes. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Actually, one of you, yeah, you said, well, I'm reading these comments, and some of you are like, get a second opinion. Maybe he's trying to rip you off. Okay. So there's this news, and I was like, damn. And then the demeanor of the doctor, like, I kind of was having a panic moment. I was like, what does this mean? And how many times do I need to come back? And I don't get angry or pissy when I'm scared or worried. I get kind of meek and meager and like desperate. And I was like, how many appointments do I need to make? And will I be numb? And how long will I be numb, just so I can plan if I need to go into work that day or not? And will this make it better? Am I brushing enough? And do I need new floss? And I'm just desperate for like some sort of, I guess, reassurance or something. And the doctor was not rude. He was just very stoic. And I just felt like dejected. Like, I was trying to ask him questions about what to do, and not even a lot of questions. I wasn't even like badgering him. I wasn't like, I was just like, I was hoping to seem as concerned as I was. I was hoping he would like give me some suggestions. He's like, well, you need to brush with a electric toothbrush. I said, well, I have one. Which one would you recommend? Well, we have some out front. And I'm like, okay, I'll take a look at the ones out front. And he's like, you gotta make, I just felt like he was just kind of throwing stuff at me, and I'm like trying to take notes and whatever. And I was stressed the frick out. And honestly, I was upset. Like, I was upset that I had all this stuff going on with my mouth, which I was mad at myself for because I'm the one that hasn't gone to the dentist in 3 years. I was upset. I was also disappointed that this is happening. And I was also like embarrassed. And then on top of that, I felt like the doctor I was talking to, it was like, I just needed him to say something like, don't worry, or it'll be okay, or, you know, try, you know, something. I just needed a little bit of a hug right then. Anyway, so I go to the front desk. I'm like traumatized, but I'm also a little bit dramatic, but I'm traumatized. So I go up to the front desk and the receptionist, I'm like, okay, I said, ma'am, the dentist said that there is a type of toothbrush that you guys sell here. And I'm thinking, you ain't gonna rip me off. I know this deal. Like, cause I'm like, you're selling products in your office. Like, just give me the name of it. I was like, can I just see the name or like the serial number? Cause I wanted to go home and check that toothbrush with the one I have at home and then freaking go on Amazon and see if I could get it cheaper. Duh. And it was just like a weird process, and that was weird. And it just was weird. Everything about it was weird. And like, I sign out, and so the receptionist is like, so when can we schedule your basic, like, you know, to me, what I heard was, when can we schedule the time when you can come back so we can pull all of your teeth because your mouth is toe up from the flow up. That's how I felt. That's what I felt like I was hearing. So she's like, when can you come back so we can schedule the basic, like the and the, you know, like, and I'm like, okay. So I made the appointment for like December 29th, which, remember guys, I was supposed to go home for Christmas, but then freaking Omicron happened and I didn't go home. But I was even going to come home early to go to the dentist appointment to have all this crap done to my mouth. And I was nervous. I remember getting outside the dentist's office and I called my mom and I was like, I almost started to cry. I was like, Mom, hey, cavities. Like, I was in distress. I was so stressed out. And when I tell you, like, I was so upset. And like, honestly, I felt like a fraud. I'm like, here are my teeth, cha-ching, looking all good on the outside, but toe up from the flow up on the inside. Anyway, so I was really, really stressed out. And I was actually really worried about this for the longest time. And actually I walked out feeling like I wasn't crazy about the doctor. And then as I started thinking, I was like, well, can I even trust this diagnosis? Like, what if I don't have all those cavities? Like, what if I don't need like all my whole mouth scraped, you know? And I just felt uneasy. And I was like, I need to find a new dentist. I'm telling you this story. First of all, I like stories. So if you feel like this is long-winded, I'm sorry. But I like stories, and I feel like the devil's in the details. You need to know details. And I'm telling you this for a reason, because there's a message at the end. And I'm going to tell you about what happened today, but you have to know what happened before. Because maybe this has happened to you, or maybe you felt this way. So like, I was literally almost in tears, and I was like, I'm just going to find a new dentist because this is wrong. And I need to get a second opinion. And before he scrapes my mouth, and it's going to be hundreds of dollars, and will my insurance cover it? Like, all the questions, things. I was just stressed out. And honestly, like, I was a little bit in a funk for a few days. I just felt like I was a fraud. Okay, maybe I was taking it to a whole nother level, but I'm always talking to people about health. And here I am, my mouth jacked the F up. That's how I felt. You know, you walking around with thing, but but not so much. So Christmas comes, I didn't go home because of freaking Omicron. So I stay home. And then that dentist office calls me the day before I'm supposed to go get my mouth like Foley, like, and they cancel my appointment. I was like, this is a sign from God, because I hadn't decided what I was going to do, and I hadn't made other arrangements. I just kind of was just like, my head was in the sand. They canceled my appointment. And I was like, this is a message from God. This is God telling me I was not supposed to go back, which many of you are already saying that. And I wish I would have talked to you about that before, okay? Because this is what was going on. I was like, oh, I don't want to find a new dentist. I don't have to go to my insurance. They're going to change the card. They're going to send me, like, all that shit. And I didn't want to do it. But then they canceled me. And I was like, this is a message from God. I am not supposed to go back there. I felt like I wasn't supposed to, but I didn't make any moves not to. Fix this hair. Thank you. So I was like, okay. Appointment was canceled. They're like, do you want to reschedule? I was like, no. Okay, that problem is solved. But I still got a mouth that's filled with cavities. I got to handle this. So I thought about it. I think I thought about it for a couple of weeks, and I actually didn't do anything. This very same office calls me back 2 weeks ago. They're like, hi, we know we had to cancel your appointment at the end of December. Did you want to reschedule? And I was like, could I see a different doctor if I did? Oh, yeah, sure, we could schedule it with someone else. I was like, booyah. I was thinking, okay, this would keep me from having to go through my insurance, find another dentist, get on the phone with the insurance, get a whole new card, that was stressing me the frick out, right? So I was like, all right, let me try this new dentist, right? So that was 2 weeks ago. Today was my appointment. Y'all, I could hardly sleep last night. I know, I'm dramatic. I know, but it's just me in the 636 square foot apartment, turning around in circles, calling patients, doing charts, reading medicine stuff, and doing videos for you all. That's all I do all day long. Medicine and videos and TV. That's it. So I could hardly sleep last night. I was so nervous. I woke up this morning so freaking nervous. I did what everyone I think does before they go see the dentist. I first of all heated up a Hot Pocket because I love Hot Pockets. So I had a pepperoni Hot Pocket. And then I went to the bathroom and I brushed my teeth like there was no tomorrow. I flossed everywhere. I even got, oh, and by the way, I found on Amazon, let me show y'all. Hold on. My mother showed me this because like this has been the conversation in my household because I've been so stressed out about my jacked up teeth, all my cavities. My mom told me that you can get like dental kits. Like, see the dental stuff that they do? You can buy this on Amazon. Did y'all know that? And we can put the thing around and see how your teeth are doing. I did not know that. I even bought myself a dental kit. Yes, hunties, this came a few days ago. I was doing the dental kit thing. I was ready because I was not going to go up here acting a fool at the dentist office and have a bad visit. I'm literally like a child. I needed them to say, we'll give you a lollipop. Oh, don't need a lollipop. I got all these cavities, but a sticker at least. So I walked to the dentist's office. I get there and something told me, Jen, just make sure the receptionist, like when I checked in, she was real sweet. I said, I saw the other dentist. I was like, oh, I don't want him. So I went to the receptionist and said, hey, I requested a different dentist this time. I just wanted to make sure that went through. She said, let me see here. Okay, let me see. Oh, they didn't put it through. Hold on. I said, and she goes, the change is made. No problem. I said, thank you, Jesus. Because what if I hadn't asked? Y'all, still nervous. Had to go to the bathroom twice before going back there. Yeah, my bladder is overactive when I'm nervous. So I'm sitting there clutching my purse like somebody's about to steal it, looking over my shoulders like this. The hygienist person calls me back. Hi, Jennifer. I said, hi. And so I knew I'd have to do like a consultation because they wouldn't be doing all the scraping stuff because a new dentist would need to see my mouth. So the hygienist person was a little bit like, hey, I'm confused. And I was like, I want to be like, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry. Don't just put me in the chair. Don't worry about it. Don't talk to me about this. So I sit in the chair. They put the bib on me. This is, okay, see, I told you, you needed to know the story, right? So hold on. This is the bib. This is the bib they put on me. This is what I posted in my Dr. Jen Superstars group. Superstars get behind the scenes access to me. This is me in my dentist bib right there today. And it says, wish me luck. And all of a sudden, I hear this gentleman. I didn't know what he was. I didn't know if he was a dental hygienist. I didn't know if he was like an x-ray tech. I didn't know if he ran the office, a manager, a dentist. I had no idea. And I heard him just chatting with the lady next in the cubicle over. And she was a little old lady, a little sweet lady. And we've been talking in the waiting room. She said, oh, have you been going to this office long? I said, no, it's my first. She said, oh, I followed them from the other place. And oh, honey, I like them. I was thinking, okay. And I heard this man talking to her in this like the stall, like the cubicle next that was separated by things. And he was like, how are you doing? And she's like, hi, it's good to see you. And they were talking like old friends. And I was like, oh, I'm sure that's the hygienist or something. Listen to the bias in me. I'm a doctor, such bias even in that thought. I was thinking that's not the dentist because doctors and doctor people are not always that friendly. Such bias. I should be ashamed of myself. So wrong. Such a wrong thing. And I was just listening. They were just chatting. And she was like, I'm going to be starting Prolia. He's like, let's make sure your x-ray's okay. Get a Dex. Like all this stuff. Just spewing knowledge. and so friendly and so warm and compassionate. And I heard him say to like the tech person, oh, Mrs. Jones is going up to make her appointment. I was going to write her a prescription for the solution, da da da, but we have sample bottles in that. Can you just go grab her a sample bottle? I think that will help her out. And I'm like, what a kind person. Still thinking that he can't be my doctor, my dentist, because who could be that friendly, right? And by the way, I'm still like shivering in my boots, right? I'm just like still clutching my purse, even with the big thing on me, like bib thing on me, sitting in the chair. And then I hear him finish up with her, and I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he'll go get the dentist to come in to see me, and I don't know who I'm going to see. And next thing I hear is he's washing his hands and doing his stuff, and, you know, it just seemed like a really pleasant guy. And he starts walking my direction because I can hear the footsteps getting louder. And I'm thinking, maybe he's my hygienist. You know, maybe he's going to tell me that the dentist is coming in. And he comes over and he's like, hi there, Jennifer. I said, hi, still thinking this is a hygienist. He's like, hi, I'm Dr. Such and Such. I'll be your dentist today. I said, oh my God, praise Jesus, praise God. Oh. Y'all, I could have started crying. I was like, I cannot believe this sweetheart of a man is my dentist. I literally heard him talking to his other patient for like 15 minutes. And I was like, I just was convinced he could not have been mine. And no, it was not the same. This is a different dentist. This was the different dentist, the one I was supposed to see in consultation, the different one. The other one, he was there. And I tried to duck and dodge. I was like this, trying to, so he wouldn't see me. There was only 2 dentists in the office. And the other one, this other guy that was so friendly, he was like, what can I do for you today? And I was like, thank you just for being you. Thank you. He was like, huh? I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just really happy. I said, I heard you with your other patient and I just feel really comfortable right now. And I'm just really, really happy. And I started gushing out. Like, it was like this. I was like, thank you so much. And he's like, well, you know, I see. He said, I first thought you were Dr. Such and Such's patient. And I thought that you're, I said, no. I was like, no. I said, and I whispered it because I didn't want the other doctor to hear. And this happens in our office. Like, there have been patients that don't want to see me anymore. I'd like to think it doesn't happen often, but it happens to every doctor where they don't want to see you anymore, so they go to your partner or whatever. It just happens, right? Or they find something they like better, whatever. But I didn't want the other doctor to hear me, and I didn't want him to feel bad. So I was like, come here. He said, yes. I said, I didn't have much of a problem with the other doctor's diagnosis. I said, but I didn't really feel comfortable. I just didn't have a great experience. He's like, oh, I said, yeah, I just wanted a different experience. He's like, okay, you know, and I know he's like, this crazy lady, okay. And I was like, and honestly, guys, when I tell you, he was so kind. And he did the thing like that. He was like, number 6, number 9, number 8. And I'm like, shit, I still got these daggone cavities. Number 9, 23, number this, number 15. I was like, okay, yeah, I know, I've got all the cavities. But he was nice about it. He's like, you know what? They're not so bad. He's like, they're baby, small. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I needed the other dentist to do. If you're going to tell me I have 56 cavities, I'm going to need you to qualify this just a little bit. I'm going to need you to say, but they're not that bad. But we can fix this. But we can do something about this. I'm going to need you to not say you've got 1 million cavities and we might have to remove all your teeth, but we might not. I don't know. Like, I'm going to need you not to be that way. And this dentist was like, you have a few cavities. And I was like, I know. He's like, hey. He's like, but they're not that bad. And we can just do a little bit. Then he was doing dentist speak. I don't know what these dentists do. He's like, we could do a little this and this and then this. And I was like, whatever. He's like, but it's not that bad. And I said, what about my periodontal disease? Because that still makes me feel kind of shamed. I was like, oh, I still feel kind of shamed about that. I brush and I floss, guys. I really, really do every day, twice a day. He's like, oh, it's not bad at all. I said, really? He said, oh, yeah, your teeth are in great shape. You're doing fine. I was like, honestly, guys, when I left, like, I almost started to cry happy tears this time. It was such a relief. Like, and the reason why I'm telling you this is it never hit me and I never realized how important it is. Like this doctor-patient relationship. No, I've known how important it is. I've been a doctor for 13 going on 14 years. But I guess I had never felt this way with a doctor and really didn't understand how deeply that doctor-patient relationship and how a doctor communicates, how it can really affect a patient. Now, I pride myself as a doctor in being friendly and being kind and always trying to bring my best self to my patients and always trying to give my patients, I always say to myself before I go into a patient's room and when I come out, and even when I'm in there, even if I'm frustrated, what I always try to tell myself, you know, try to have the patient feel better when they leave you than when they came. You know, even if there's bad news to be given, try to give the patient something, encouragement, motivation, praise where it's due, whatever. You know, give them something, give something that can be utilized. And I guess I never realized just how much that might mean to some people, maybe at the right time and the right place. I'm not saying I always do that. This is not a, oh, I'm such a great doctor. I know this now sounds like I'm saying, I realize how great of a doctor I am. No, what I'm trying to say is, I never realized how bad you could feel and how good you could then feel based on what a doctor, how they act and how they make you feel. Because it was like night and day. And when I tell you I lost sleep over this kind of, and I really was stressed out about my mouth and my teeth and feeling shamed and embarrassed and this and that, I really was. And all it took was a different person who found the same exact thing in my mouth, but phrased it and their demeanor was in such a way that I didn't leave feeling like it was the end of the world. And that was everything. And that's one of the reasons why I posted, you might have seen recently, I posted a video called 5 Signs You Should Ditch Your Doctor. If you've not seen that video, I want you to take a look at it. Those are 5 things. I also talk about another bad experience I had with the GYN that was really, really troublesome once. I talk about that in that video, but that's why I did that video, because it really, really hit me. And it also made me super, super thankful for this second doctor. And I would have hugged him if it weren't COVID. And if he wouldn't have thought I was weird, which he would have. But I'm so grateful because I've been stressed out about this for months. Now, lessons learned is to always, seek another opinion or find another doctor if you're not comfortable. And this is what I talk about in that video. If you're not crazy or you're not happy about the doctor you're seeing or the care that you're being given, you deserve better. You deserve the best. It's not to say that that's what I deserved. What I'm trying to say is you deserve that. I just needed to not lose sleep and not feel like my teeth were going to fall out and rot out of my mouth, which is how I felt. It just was a huge learning lesson to me. And I was so stressed out. Like, honestly, so stressed out. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to my follow-up visit. I scheduled my follow-up visit for 2 weeks from now. And they're going to do one side of my mouth. They're going to do the cavities on this side and the periodontal disease on this side. And then they need a whole nother day to do the cavities and periodontal disease on this side. That's how serious this is. But I can at least laugh about it and I can tell you about it and not feel shamed and embarrassed like I did before. So my first, the right side is in 2 weeks and I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm actually feeling hopeful about it. I'm actually feeling like, right, this is why we're doing this, because we're going to get our mouth in order and you're not going to go 3 years without seeing a doctor again because you know you shouldn't have done that in the first place, Dr. Jan. But you're going to get your act together. And I feel like, okay, there's hope. So lessons learned here for me. And I hope this is helpful for you. You deserve the best. You deserve to always feel like there's some sort of hope or that you have a team behind you, that you have people in your corner. So I want to thank that dentist who's not too far from where I live, who saw me today, that changed everything for me. Because I literally went from feeling like a fraud to feeling actually like, okay, I can handle this. I can do this. I can get through this. So, and yes, Catherine, it was a delivery. I have the same number of cavities as I did before. Same amount of periodontal disease I had before. But it's who he was. So, all right, the toothpaste. Y'all wants to know the toothpaste I use. Well, so let me tell you. And this is huge. Over the counter, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, your favorite kind. Colgate Optic White toothpaste. I kid you not. Y'all, I use Colgate Optic White toothpaste, and you want to look at the package to get the one like with the highest active ingredient amount. When I tell you this toothpaste keeps my teeth clean, I do not whiten my teeth. I told you my teeth get really sensitive, that my gums and stuff. I do not whiten my teeth or anything. Colgate Optic White toothpaste. If you, and I'm not paid by them, I'm not sponsored by them, but they should be watching and they should sponsor me and they should have me do commercials for them because I swear by that toothpaste. I think it's awesome. So Colgate Optic White, let me know if you use it, just because I'm curious if it works for you. Let me know your dentist stories and what's happened with you. And I appreciate all your kind messages. Honestly, I was kind of embarrassed and a little bit nervous to tell you guys, like, my teeth are really jacked up right now, or at least I feel they are. You guys have actually been really supportive, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for being so kind and supportive. And hopefully this lets us all know that we all have stuff that we're dealing with. And if you have cavities and periodontal disease, don't you feel bad. Just make sure you get it handled. That's all. So anyway, guys, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. The message, oh, watch that video, 5 signs you should ditch your doctor. If you've not liked and followed my page, please do. I do daily lives and videos on all sorts of stuff. And I have my Superstars group, Dr. Jen Superstars, for exclusive content. For all of you who send stars, by the way, you're rock stars. Oh my God, the word stars in like 5 billion times in 5 minutes, right? So many of you have sent stars tonight, and I can't thank you enough. I will respond to you personally. Thank you for all of your love and support. I so appreciate it. Love y'all. Bye.